Oh, you had something to say to Susan. Go for it.
Tom. Hello, Tom.
Hello, Leroy.
This bitch is my worst nightmare, Tom. It's a best friend like this that broke up my 12-year marriage, man. Chicks like this are either out to screw their best friend's husband or screw him over or take him out to Vegas and get their best friend laid and cover it up and hide. And to be honest with you, Tom, I don't think she went out there to lay anybody. I think that lady took her out there with her boyfriend to have a little menage a trois, get her while she was down and out, get her a little tipsy over there at the bar. Already her story sounds confusing. I think that's what really happened. She went up there to be a predator to that lady and try to take advantage to her own use. But it's a bitch like that that's every man's nightmare, man. There's no such thing as a best friend like that tells you that it's okay to go out and go on the internet, screw somebody else. Sorry about that, Tom. Go screw somebody else, man. It's crazy, man. That lady's full of it, and her intentions, her motivations were more than what she said. I'll guarantee you that.
Susan, did you want to respond to that?
My goodness. None of that is true. There was no intentions of us all being together.
Why don't you support her then? Why don't you try and take both sides of the story instead of staying inside one little tiny box? There's always two sides to the story. You only want to hear one, and the only reason why is because it's for your own selfish needs, not anybody else's but your own. And if you cared about the kids, you would have really tried to do something. Not take her to Vegas to get laid by a damn stranger on top of that. What kind of friend would do that with tell her to go lay a stranger? Because that's what she needs, lady? Are you crazy?
Well,
you're telling me you care about the kids?
Okay, you're assuming
Thanks for doing mommy a favor.
Did you want me to answer?
Go ahead, answer it.
Okay. You're assuming that I made these arrangements. I did not make these arrangements. And originally, she and I were going to Vegas. I didn't know in the beginning, and I didn't tell this earlier, in the beginning, she had made these arrangements before I knew that's why we were going to Vegas. And so when we decided we were just going to go there to have fun.
You happened to tag your boyfriend along too, right?
Well, interestingly enough, she said to me, why don't you invite him to go with us?
Right.
So the fact that you're thinking this too, I thought maybe she's more interested in him than I am. But when she did reveal to me why she wanted to go there. So at that point, I didn't stop the trip and say, no, we're not going to go there. And I know that sounds...
A true friend would have. A true friend would have.
Because family and everything.
You'd have to be sick to let your good friend go off with a complete stranger who has children. What if something would have happened to her? You would have been partly responsible for their mom being dead or whatever might have happened to her. You would have been partly responsible for that, for not being a good enough friend to tell her, you know what? You can go down to the bar and meet a guy. Meet somebody and talk with somebody. Don't get on the internet and start typing and say, hey, you know what? I need to get laid. You know what? You need to get laid. Go buy a prostitute.
You know, you're absolutely right. I agree with that.
And if you want to be a good friend, obviously you don't want to be a good friend to anybody she meets in the future, because if you were a good friend to her and her kids, you'd be a friend to her husband too. And regardless of all the flaws, you should have been there as a friend and as a human being to do the right thing. And you didn't do the right thing, and I'll tell you why. Because you had ulterior motives than what you're telling us right now. And I don't know why you don't come out with it, because we don't know who you are, but only you know. But I know. Just know I know what you went there for. And I bet you guys did, too.
All right. Well, Susan says she didn't. You say she did.